Hey guys, welcome to Arian's Review, and today's video is number 93, where we'll be looking at the full review of the sp2000 digital audio player from Astell and Kern. This is currently their flagship player that was released about maybe 6 to 8 months ago last year, and it obviously overtakes the sp1000, which was previously the flagship player from 2 years ago. The retail price of the sp2000 in Hong Kong is about 30,000 Hong Kong dollars. If you were to buy it from the US, it's about 3,500 US dollars. The one that I've got in front of me is obviously the copper version. There are actually 4 versions are available, and they are stainless steel, copper, black onyx version, which I'll show you. And there is also a new gold version, which is just recently been released, which is shown here. So currently there are 4 models, and obviously there are 4 differences with the 4 models. I'm sure there will be some slight sound changes. With the stainless steel version, the instruments detail is a bit more crisper, it's more sharper. For those who like the stainless steel version, this is probably the one that you should probably go for if that is what you like. Definitely the thing that stands out with the stainless steel version is the instruments. They're definitely more detailed and it's a bit more sharper. But for those who are looking for the vocal, then definitely the copper is probably the one that I would go for, and that's what I've purchased. And also furthermore, I think the copper looks much nicer for me anyway. Anyway, here are the 4 versions that are available. You can still see that there's the sp1000M Gold, which is still available, the sp1000M, which comes in moss green and blue, and the sp1000 stainless steel, black onyx and copper. But with the sp2000 there is a newer version, which is the gold version, and which has just been released or about to be released this month. So copper, stainless steel, copper, black onyx and gold. Thing that you should know is it does use a dual DAC AK4499 EQ from AKM, which is a hi-fi class chip, one that will give you the clarity. Native playback is 32-bit 76.8 kHz, and DST without compression or loss. It's just dual band Wi-Fi 2.5 and 5 GHz. And improve audio output for sure. It uses the same DAC as the M15 from Feel, which I've not tried yet. If I were to compare this with the sp1000, which I also have here. So what's the difference? Well, definitely one thing that you'll feel when you actually try both out is the fact that the sp2000 definitely weighs more than the sp1000. You can see that I am keeping the stainless steel version here. The stainless steel version, as I mentioned, gives you the instrument clarity and the detail from this player, and that is what it's more emphasized. I have actually tried the black onyx version of the sp1000. If I were to compare the sp1000 copper with the stainless steel, the black onyx retains a bit of both, so the instrument details from the stainless steel and the vocals of the copper. But I just wanted to try a bit of a different spectrum. As you probably know, many of you, I do have the stainless steel version, and I used to have the sp1000 in copper, but I have now upgraded to the sp2000. For those who are thinking of actually venturing on the upgrade, is the upgrade worth it, and is it worth that same price? Well, if you're buying a new player, then and you're still looking at spending 3,500 US dollars, then I would definitely go for the sp2000 due to the fact that you are definitely getting more power from this player than the previous sp1000. What stands out more from this upgrade with the sp1000 to the sp2000 is that there is definitely more clarity, there is definitely more power to drive your any monitors and maybe even your headphones. And there is other slight changes to the sp2000. One thing to note is the fact that with the buttons, it used to be rounded here. Well, with the sp2000, it is now horizontal, like this. Weight, as I mentioned, is definitely heavier than my copper version by a little bit. Battery also does tend to last a little bit shorter with the SP2000, mainly because of the fact that it's providing more power to drive your any monitors and your headphones. Another different would be the fact that the SP2000 is a slightly wider and maybe about the same height in regards to the SP1000. Am I going to be keeping both? Yes, I will be keeping both. I love the instrument separation and detail with the SP1000 in stainless steel. As I said, the vocal is what comes out with me. And there is definitely more clarity with the SP2000 for sure. And stronger detail. There's definitely better detail. It's more quiet. That means the any monitors, of course. Another thing that stands out with the fact that your micro SD card is actually on the top and you have to use a SIM ejector to actually get it out. Internally, we have 256 gigabyte inside storage, and you're able to actually install an amp. For those who are interested, the amp is worth it, and especially if you're in Hong Kong right now, people are trying to sell the amp for 4,000. It used to be 6,780. I think there is a reason why they are selling at that cheap rate, and that is probably because that they're probably discontinued the SP1000 and they're just clearing up the amp for now. And is it worth to upgrade the amp? Definitely. If you want to buy the SP1000 amp or the SP2000, I would probably recommend going with the SP1000 amp way, as you're only now paying 4,000 for this amp. Yes, it will weigh more, but it will probably give you about close enough to the similarity of the SP2000 in regards to power and clarity. So something that I'm thinking or considering. In regards to the storage on the SP2000, you can see that the SIM is actually at the bottom and there's nothing blocking it. So you're actually able to push it in as to eject it. But internally, we have a 512 gigabyte of memory inside the SP2000. As I mentioned, battery does last a bit slightly shorter. Does it get warm when I use it? Actually, it's okay. It's not warm at all. So it should be quite reasonable. So if I were to compare both sides, you can see that here we have the back for the input. This is so that we can dock our amp with the amp connector at the bottom. As you probably know, I used to own the SP1000 in copper with amp. But I'm still thinking, it seems like 4,000 is quite a good deal for an amp, but I don't know, I'll see. In regards to dimension, you can see that the bottom is slightly different. This is a bit shorter, while this is a bit longer. The back is like this, big difference. You can see that it's black here and there's all copper. And on the top, you can see straight away how to differentiate which one's the 2000. The 2000's got a black part here, while this doesn't. Neither does the copper version. The crown die, it looks a bit similar. The front, the same screens. This is the button that goes back. You can enable or disable this. I've enabled it. The side buttons are changed. Doesn't make any difference. Yes, a little bit. You can see here that this part sticks out a bit more, while this is a bit more flat. And it's still USB fast charging, or USB-C fast charging. And in regards to the cases, with the SP1000 in stainless steel, I am actually using Dignas. And that's the case. And in regards to the SP2000, I have actually not upgraded my case. By the way, these cases are not the ones that come with the machine. These are extra cases that I've purchased, mainly because I like it protected here. In regards to the SP2000, I am actually still also using the SP1000 case. The reason it looks a bit shiny right now is because I have actually protected it on the side by using a screen protector. So I've actually took it outside to get somebody fitted in plastic. So that means that one thing to know about the copper version is the fact that oxidization could happen. Hence the reason why I have paid a little bit more to get it coated in protective silicone plastic. I know this is not the case, that is supposed to be for the SP2000, but as you can see, it does a fine job. I don't want to pay another 1,000 when I already have another case which was used my SP1000. So that's the reason why I've retained this case and I'm using it right now as it is. What would I suggest or recommend? Well, sonically, musically, this is definitely an upgrade by itself. And is it worth the 3,500 US dollars? Seriously, you have to decide. If you're an audiophile person who's just starting new, I don't recommend chucking that much money into this player unless you really know that music is something that you enjoy. Obviously, for me, I've spent many years, or a couple years, getting into this hobby. SP1000 at the second-hand market price is a good deal. It's about 9,000 Hong Kong dollars around, depending if you're lucky or not. It's still a good deal, and as I said, the amp is now at 4,000 Hong Kong dollars, which is a nice upgrade, and it will be comparable to the SP2000, maybe with just a little less juice and a little bit less clarity. When I went to buy the SP2000, I actually did try the stainless steel version and the copper version. Copper version, you can see that it's like an SP1000 added with the amp and a little bit more juice. Hence, that's why the SP2000 provides. And obviously, there is less weight because the amp is also heavy. But then again, this is slightly heavier than the previous SP1000. Background noise is definitely a little bit quieter than the SP1000. That's my taste anyway. But fantastic machine. The reason I didn't go for the stainless steel version is because with the stainless steel version, as I mentioned, the instrument clarity is that's what comes up more when you actually try that player. And it was like a bit too over or too much. So at the moment, stainless steel with the amp is enjoyable, but if I were to go with the SP2000 and stainless steel, the instruments were hitting too hard, which I didn't like. And that was me testing with my A18s and my Empire Zeus. So definitely a good ANI monitor that can test out what the SP2000 was like. So yeah, so it's up to you. If you're definitely interested in buying the top model, yes, these are possibly the two top models, but as I said, this is the older version and it still does its job, and definitely one that I do recommend. Overall, you have to decide what is your taste. Better instrument separation detail here or the vocals? I went for the vocals and that's me. But you can see I've actually kept both. So hence, whenever I want to hear a bit more instrument separation and a bit more clarity from the cymbals and drums and stuff, this is what I go for. And yes, one thing that I also like about the Astell and Kern is the fact that the user interface is fantastic. The memory is good. Fast charging is fantastic. It charges quickly. And yeah, I would recommend it, but it is very expensive. For those who are new, start something at the very lower stage. Anyway, hopefully you found this video useful, and do hit the subscribe button and stay safe, guys. Thanks for watching.